All right, let's see if you and I can make some sense out of aircraft instruments. And boy, I tell you what, when the instruments are doing stuff like this, it can be very, very confusing. And the FAA will ask you some questions on the FAA written exam and try and confuse you a little further. So let's see if you and I can make some sense out of these aircraft instruments. And we're going to lead off by talking about the attitude indicator. Now, a lot of pilots like to refer to the attitude indicator as the artificial horizon because it really is just an artificial horizon that tells you what that horizon is doing outside the aircraft. In this case, it's banking a lot, I tell you that. Now, you can think of the attitude indicator as the artificial horizon. The attitude indicator is not, as some pilots believe, a light that comes on, beeps, and shows the pilot has now a bad attitude. No, that's not what it is at all. It's the artificial horizon. Okay, let's take a look at what the FAA is going to ask you about the attitude indicator on the FAA written exam. And to do that, let's take a look in the FAA pages back on Figure 7 back there. And here is the attitude indicator. And the question they're going to ask you about the attitude indicator on the FAA written exam is how do you determine the direction of bank from an attitude indicator? And it can be confusing, and the way you do it is you note the relationship of the miniature airplane, which is C, to the deflecting horizon bar, which is B. So the answer in the test is note the relationship of the miniature airplane, which is C, to the deflecting horizon bar, which is B. Now, if you take a look at this, you can see that this airplane right now is in a right bank because the right wing is below the horizon. And that's the way the picture would look outside the window of the aircraft. All right, now let's take a look at another question they're going to ask you about Figure 7 here. And they're going to say, all right, let's assume that you're in straight and level flight and you want to adjust the attitude indicator. What is the proper adjustment? Well, what you can do is you can turn this knob and move the little miniature airplane up and down. And what you want to do is make sure the miniature airplane is just with the nose of the aircraft right on the horizon like so. So on the test, what they say you do is you use this knob to align the miniature airplane to the horizon bar. And all you're trying to do is adjust this airplane so that when you actually are in level flight, that the artificial horizon, or the attitude indicator, the FAA calls it, actually shows level flight.